blastmusic247.com. We're changing the industry one artist at a time.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to your Realtor and Sneakers podcast. Today is Wednesday, July 24th. It's around 10 a.m. I did not go live today on my podcast streaming platform because I just had 1,000 things going on, like always. So I am recording this, pre-recording, and we're going to upload it later. So last week, thank you for those that tuned in. Thank you for those that watch. It may not be many of you, but I do appreciate your support. So last week was just off topic Wednesday, and as I stated before when I started this podcast, it won't always be about real estate. It's just a platform to share your thoughts and ideas and statistics and facts and whatever we want to talk about. I mean, at the end of the day, it is my podcast, right? So it's nothing like engaging and with the people and having others engage with you. Believe it or not, I believe that we learn a lot that way when we look at other people's perspective and people's life experiences and thus far. So I think it's a great thing. I am working on the consistency of it. It's like when it's time for the podcast to start or the date, something comes up, I have an appointment, and then I have to reschedule, and then I forget, and it's just life, you know what I mean? So last week, I mentioned that I will be talking about my city, my neck of the woods, my community, which is Glen Heights, Texas. Now, I am not a Texas native. I am a California native. I moved here in 2012, as we all know from my previous episodes. You know my life story now. I'm just a transparent, open book person. Because guess what? It's my life, right? Let me tell it. I'd rather me tell it than somebody else tell it. Okay. So, but when I moved here, I originally, of course, was in Austin for a couple of months before I, migrated down to DFW area. And so in the time that I was here, I really resided in the Arlington Grand Prairie area. It's pretty much since I've been here up until 3 years ago when we purchased our home here in Glen Heights, Texas. And it was hard in the beginning because I'm like, for one, who's Glen Heights? And then for two, all I know is Arlington and Grand Prairie. Like, it was so centrally located in everything that I did, which is only karaoke because I'm the karaoke queen. Everything was out that way. It was by the house, whatever. And I'm like, dude. So the first year here in Glen Heights, I was sad. So I took time to get to know the area, and 3.5 years later, it's probably one of the best decisions that my husband and I made, and just the best choice all in all. Now I'm at a point where I can't imagine living elsewhere, but time frames, and we'll see. But for now, it is Glen Heights, Texas. So, did a little research for the things that I kind of did not know, and then some of the things that I've just learned myself over the course of the 3.5 years that I've been in this area. So, it's nothing like starting your podcast and everybody wants to call, and let's just put that on Do Not Disturb. All right. Uh, so what I have researched in regards to the depths of Glen Heights, Texas, is that it was officially incorporated on September 16th in 1969. That's when Glen Heights became Glen Heights, Texas, officially. Glen Heights is a part of Dallas and Ellis County. They share. Um, and I'm very well aware of that because we pay two property taxes. We pay for Dallas and we pay for Ellis. So that didn't even have to research. The population of some of these statistics have not been updated. I don't know why. I kind of got thorough with it. Maybe I was looking in the right places. I don't know. But as of 2022, the population was at 18,299. I believe that number has surpassed. I did. There's just no way. Glen Heights is growing since the 3.5 years that I've been here. It has grown and it's still growing. Couple of elementary schools. That's one thing I had to research because, of course, I have a 31-year-old and a 20-year-old. So yeah, but they have about 7 elementary schools, and 2 of them are in the Dallas County area. Um, the rest of them are Red Oak ISD. You have one middle school here in Glen Heights, and then there's Red Oak High School, which is, of course, Rowe ISD, and the rest of the high schools are more so geared towards Dallas DeSoto ISD. But as far as the schools are concerned, for Glen Heights, Red Oak, they have a grading of a B, which I think is pretty good. I hear the schools are very great around here. Um, the crime rate, I mean, I got to tell my clients that's something that you can go and look for yourself within the police department and get the ratings for that. But for me and my personal self, I did the research, and Glen Heights is at about a A- for crime rate. My outlook on that is no matter where you go, there's going to be danger. That's why we stay prayed up. Okay, you stay prayed up because it's danger everywhere. The moment we walk out of our homes, no matter where you are, there's danger, and that's just life. So, but it's nothing like knowing that you're in a community that is has a A- in crime rates. Nothing major that we've experienced since we lived over here. Really nothing. Just little minor things. Great subdivision that we live in. Everybody looks out for each other. It's one of those things where we really don't have to look out. Now, some of the things that I have been hearing about, seeing about, reading about from my Ring app. Well, let me tell you about Ring app. The neighborhood, they will keep you informed. Your surrounding neighbors within the Ring app will keep you more informed than the news. Okay. Every day I'm like, oh, that happened. Oh, that happened. Oh, that happened. Um, and so we've been getting a lot of alerts, you know, like subdivisions that are maybe like a mile away from where we are. But, at the end of the day, that's no one within our community. We all know that when you live in areas that are pretty good and low on crime, it's always someone coming from the outside in. So there you have it. You just gotta watch your back, watch each other's backs. Um, I upgraded our security system just because I'm a techie person and they had some dope features, Vivid. Yeah, I'm an ADT girl. I've been with ADT for forever, but Vivid had some pretty dope features and cameras and things, and I've just been having a blast with it. But yeah, so that's a wonderful thing to know when you get ready to make the choice to move somewhere, find your dream home or your forever home, to know that you're in a safe area, safe city, safe community. So again, I believe that this has to have been updated at some point, but as of 2023, the median income for a household here in Glen Heights, Texas, is $87,686. That's the median. for this area, and I'm quite sure that there's a slight difference between those numbers from 2023 until now. Um, there, and I'm sure that this number is also, has changed, but as of 2023, the number of households within Glen Heights was like a little bit over 2,300 homes, which we know that that definitely is a higher number. We have a lot of building going on around us from Ovilla, Red Oak, even still here in Glen Heights, literally down the road. We have Bloomfield, we have DR Horton, we have what was the other one? It's another builder that's really doing First Texas Homes. They're doing a lot of stuff in Ovilla. Just went to a networking brunch, literally across the street on Ovilla and Westmoreland, and I didn't even know that that community was there. And it is amazing. And stay tuned because I'm getting ready to do a TikTok and a tutorial of one of those homes. They are absolutely gorgeous. So a lot of building around here, a lot of additions. So I know that that 2,300 household is up there. So yeah, Glen Heights is literally, I feel like Glen Heights is centrally located, um, to me. We're right off of 35. Well, I'm off of 35, but 35 is pretty much the main road. And we're about maybe 20 minutes from downtown Dallas. If you drive like I drove before my car was wrapped with my business on it, it'll take you about 15 minutes to get there. But because my car is wrapped and my business is on it, it takes me about 20 minutes to get downtown, straight down 35, and you're right in the midst of it all. So that's a great thing. Probably about 25 minutes from Dallas Love Field from here, and then add about another 15 minutes to that, and you're at DFW International Airport. So not too bad. You just want to avoid traffic. Now that's one thing that I will not sugarcoat. Okay, traffic, OMG, whoa, have the patience. Um, when I was working a 9 to 5, I thank God that when we moved here, we were still work from home because I was like, what am I going to do with my life? Driving from here to Urban, Texas every day on 35. Oh boy, I was just devastated until I made the bold decision to walk out in faith and become a full-time realtor, which has been interesting, but I'm blessed. So whatever the outcome, I'm blessed and I won't give up. So, yeah, be ready for traffic. Um, so the nightlife here. Oh, one of the things that I did, as far as projects and things like that, that's getting ready to go on here, is the I think it's the Loop 9 Segment A project that's getting ready to happen here in Glen Heights. And that is a project that I'm still kind of trying to understand. I do plan on attending the Glen Heights community meeting. I believe it's August 7th. I'm not sure. By the way, we did get a new city hall, a new fire department, police department. We got a rec room now. It's literally like across the street from me. It's absolutely gorgeous. The community is great. I am getting a little bit more involved with our community. They have Zumba classes. I mean, it's just great. It's beautiful. Glen Heights is growing and expanding and just getting better and better as time goes on. But this project, I really am going to need details. Like I have access to a lot of database that shows you the projects and what's happening. But this Loop 9 segment A is going to connect Dallas and Ellis County from 67 to 35. I'm still trying to figure it out because, from my understanding, it is going to run directly through my neighborhood, and I'm still trying to picture it. I'm like still trying to picture it, but in a way, I can see it. So 67 is to the right of me, and 35 is to the left of me. And they're going to bring them together. Yeah. So that is something that I would, love to know more about and will be finding out about. And once I find out, I will share. I'm not sure how that's going to affect our neighborhood, um, and just how it's going to go, but I definitely need a visual, just to see how. But the anticipated begin date is spring of 2027 for this project. So I mean, I know a neighbor of mine, I had mentioned it to them, and they were like, "What?" And they were like, "Well, let me know because we will be having you list our home." So I think that it's going to be a maybe bittersweet thing for some of the residents here, um, especially the residents that have been here that are from Glen Heights. That's going to be very interesting because that's a huge change. Um, that's a huge project. But that is what's coming up here in Glen Heights. Now, as far as the entertainment, nightlife around here, I have to say that there's not a lot of nightlife. There's many things to do as far as bars and lounges and cigar lounges, things like that. But as far as clubs and things of that nature, there's nothing of such this way. Um, which for me, I don't club anymore, but I do like to go and have a cocktail, at a bar and get to mingling and talking with folks. And, I enjoy doing that. We did just get the B&B Theaters, which is in Red Oak, off of 35, about maybe 6 minutes from my house. So that is the huge highlight here in this area over the past couple of months, and it's amazing there. Of course, I'm down the street, so I've been many times. That hamburger, I don't know if you saw my TikTok when me and my husband went on the grand opening day, but that hamburger, that Sterling burger is amazing. Okay, I think that the first time I tried anything different was the Friday before last when I went to see a band. Um, and I got the wings, and I'm not gonna lie, those wings were fire. They were fire. And that's the first time I ever got. Oh, I got a pizza. My daughter had me get a pizza before. Uh-uh. No, well, the pizza I got, I'm gonna say, no, but that burger and those wings. I don't know what they put on those wings, but they were really, really good. But there's a lot of restaurants around here, especially off of 35, more around the Pleasant Run exit. Lots of restaurants and choices. We do have, multiple Walmarts. We have the Red Oak Walmart, which is off of Ovilla. We have the Walmart right here off of Hampton, which is a neighborhood Walmart. We have the Walmart, it's considered Lancaster, right off of 35 and Beltline. You have your Walmart in DeSoto. So as far as shopping and things of that nature, that would never be a problem. There is really no malls that I've been here 13 years. That still troubles me. But there's a Cedar Hills or Hillside Village, Cedar Hill outdoor type of mall thing. But that's about it as far as shopping is concerned. But yeah, so we have, we're centrally located because you have DeSoto, you have Cedar Hill, you have Lancaster, you have Duncanville, you have Red Oak, you have Ovilla, you have Waxahachie. So yeah, it's an amazing area. It really, really is. I don't regret being here. They do have parks here. They have the Courtney Lane Park, the Gateway Park, and the Heritage Park. Now, I have never visited any of them. I've passed them. But the Heritage Park is about 44 acres. It has two baseball fields on it. And then they have You can rent them out for a certain amount for a certain amount of hours for baseball games. They have picnic tables, walking paths. They do have pavilions that you can rent out. It's free to Glen Heights residents, but you can rent them out if you're a non-Glen Heights resident. So yeah, I mean, there's many things to do as far as family oriented things. There's not much to do for the single life unless you do like hanging out in bars or the local restaurants where a lot of people gather. One of the places that I gather with folks is at Pier 7 Seafood on Tuesday because it's karaoke. And people just gather and enjoy each other and enjoy themselves, and that's really the highlight for us, which is okay for me. I'm at an age where I did it all, done it all, and don't need to do it again. So it's perfect for me. But Glen Heights, Texas is a wonderful place to raise your family. I love the kids on the block. I'm not really a kid person because it's been about 19,565 years since I had to raise some kids or whatever. I have my bonus baby who's 10, and that's it. That's all. Okay. But the children are well mannered. My neighbors, their children, they come over, they get in the pool, they all play together. So um just a very quiet and wonderful neighborhood. So if ever you need any more information on Glen Heights, Texas, if you're thinking about moving to Glen Heights, Texas, reach out to me with any questions. I will get them answered for you if I don't have an immediate answer. And yeah, it's just a great place. So I truly thank you guys for watching. And as always, if you have any topic suggestions, if you want to join one of my podcasts, let me know. It's typically Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Time, and we go live. But if you ever want to be a guest and use my platform to talk about your business or share things with others, you're more than welcome. But as always, thank you guys for tuning in. I'm your realtor in sneakers. If there's anything that you need, reach out to me, social media, YouTube, TikTok. One day I am going to have it mastered for you guys where I can say my TikTok is da 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 da, my YouTube is da 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 da, my Instagram is, but right now I don't have that. But you can reach me on social media definitely on my business page or on my personal page. And or just look up Kamiko Y. Taylor real estate realtor via Google and you'll find me there as well. So you guys enjoy the rest of your week. May God be with you and protect you and your family and just blessings. Deuces.